Alright, so hi. My brother recently did a how-to tutorial on how to do a single player, how to add the single player mod, Mocreatures. Alright, so I'm gonna do the how to do the server bucket, the bucket server one. Okay, so first thing you do is go check out a tutorial on how to do the single player one. How to download the single player Mocreatures on your single player. So you either go to my brother's one tutorial or any tutorial you want, but if you have it already, then you're set. Okay, that's important because if you don't do that, it will not work. It will not load all the creatures. You will not have any creatures. Also, your friends need to have it installed too on their computer. So if your friends are gonna play with you, they have to have Mocreatures on their single player too. And yeah, otherwise they won't see the animals. You will see them, but they won't. So first thing you're gonna do, oh sorry, taking a while to load. Okay, so first thing you want to do is always make sure you have some sort of zip thing that can read zip, like WinRAR or 7-zip. I like WinRAR, so I have WinRAR. I'll put the link below. Just download it like in any language or in anything you can. If you have 32, if you have 64-bit, make sure to like do the one that matches your computer the most. If you have 86-bit, I have 64, so I have 64-bit. Alright, so now this is out of the checklist. You make a new folder. I always do this first because just like better to do that. Now I write Mocreatures server. Doesn't matter what you write here, just that I write this to know that this is the Mocreatures, all the things I want to put in it. Alright, so you don't really need to do much. You just need this link. Alright, so I'll give you this link and it's gonna show you this. And you do skip ad. I'm sure you've already downloaded some things in AdFly, so you'll know how to do this. Now you download that, save file. Okay, wait till it's downloading. Okay, while it's downloading, I want to say that I've been like checking a lot of tutorials, and some of them do say a lot, but they like don't say some minor stuff that are really important, like you have to download client version first in order for this to work, in order for the animals to actually spawn. Some do mention that, but don't mention other stuff. And some are really good tutorials. I'm not gonna say that mine is the best because I know it's not, and I know that there's one tutorial that really helped a lot, but I had to check through a lot in order to like understand what I was missing, because not all of them answered my questions on the reply. Anyway, once you downloaded the craftbukkit.jar, just drag it onto the desktop and drag it into the folder. You can just drag it into the folder, but I prefer to do that way because it's like one step at a time. Now you have this. Be sure not to open this before you do the following. Right click, new, text document. Now you don't have to name it anything, it's not very important. Alright, so I put this in, will put this in the description. Be sure to copy this and paste it into the text document you just created. So I'll do that, paste, and I'll close this. Alright, so this is how many this is according to every computer, how much roaming space you have. I don't have much, so I usually stay on the recommended amount. You can like go check out how to, like, if you want it bigger space, you can do that, but I usually stick to this because it's the best for my computer. Okay, wait, okay, before you exit out of this, make sure you save as, file save as, run.bat. You can put launch server here instead of run, whatever, but be sure to put BAT here, because otherwise it will not go in the way we want. And make sure to change all the text document text into all files, otherwise it won't work. And now you can save it. You can exit out of this. And I usually delete this because because you're gonna have a lot of files here, so it's gonna get confusing if you just leave it there. Now you can run this. It's gonna take a while to run on the first time, but then on the second and fourth and third and whatever times it can start running faster. Now just wait for it to be complete. Just making the world and everything. See, now while it's loading, a lot of files loaded here. That's why I make sure to delete every unnecessary file. So it already downloaded the fork for you. It already had the Mocreatures plugin in for you, the mod too. Everything is in there. You do not have to download everything. Now you can exit out of this. And you're gonna want, first thing you do, you're gonna want to go to this server thing. So for some people, if you did not already change it, you're gonna have to change this server. It's gonna be like a blank page. So to open it, you're gonna have to right click, open with, and put the default server as Notepad or any other note programs, Notepad++, Note++, whatever. Okay, make sure that that's how it is. Okay. Now, what you're gonna do here is allow flight true, because if you go in game mode 1, it's gonna kick you out if you fly, and you do not want that happening. It will just like be horrible to happen. So if you don't use Hamachi, if you use normal port forwarding, you do not need this to fill this up. Just leave it how it is. But if you do use Hamachi, you're gonna have to paste your you're gonna have to paste your server IP here. So because I do use Hamachi, I know I'm not a noob. I couldn't open the port forwarding. It was hard. I tried everything, it didn't open, so I just used Hamachi. Right, so just filling your server IP here. I usually leave this as Minecraft server because the message of the date isn't really important to me, but you can change it to anything you want. And max players, I usually put just 3, because we're only 3 players, so don't need any more space. For every player, it's like one gigabyte, not 1 gigabyte, 1 bit. So you're gonna have to be careful with how many players you want in your server. Your computer might not be able to handle it if it doesn't have a lot of space in it. Okay, so you're gonna save and you're gonna reopen this. Now you're gonna want to OP yourself. So to OP, you just put OP and your username. Now there's another way of opping yourself. You can just go to this ops text document and write a name. Save. But this is easier, so I stick to this. You're gonna have to restart this. You're gonna have to restart this in order for it to work. Alright, so now we've got everything set. Now you just have to open Minecraft and start playing. I'm just gonna open it so you can see it works. Sorry, it's taking a while to load. What's going on with the mouse? Alright, multiplayer. Now add a server. You can put the IP here. I already have one created, so I'll just go to this. Alright, so we spawned on a tree, great. Anyways, let's see. Oh, it's really laggy. Animals, alright. At this rate, we're not gonna find any animals like this, so let's just fly. Oh! Perfect. Here's a dolphin. Proof that it works. proof that it works. Oh yeah, oh sorry, dolphin, sorry. And there's some fish too. Look. Works. A bear! If you don't find animals right away, don't freak out. You won't be able to find them that quick. If you do, you're lucky, but if you don't freak out. Maybe it does work. Just go to game mode and scroll down, and if you have these, then it works. If you don't have these, you probably did something wrong. You downloaded it the wrong way, wrote something wrong, or your computer couldn't handle that much space, so you gotta make sure you have free space. That's the most important thing to do. I didn't mention it, but sometimes, like, my brother's computer doesn't have a lot of space, so when I opened this in his, it didn't load. It said it made a problem loading. It didn't really load the world and all the materials needed. So yeah, because he had lack of space. So it's either you have lack of space, like my brother, or you don't have the right Java version. So be sure to install Java 7. But before you install Java 7, be sure not to have Java 6, because it'll screw everything up. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial helped. I'll put links that are needed below, and I hope you have a good time playing, and I'll try to answer any question you ask me as much as I can. I'm not that much of a pro myself, but I just wanted to make sure people will know the right way to do this. Bye!